All right, guys, this is the feedback comment video, and we're going to start with, this is 3 days worth, so this may take a little while. We have Montana Wife. She says, reminds me of that old poem, you got to be taught to fear and hate before you're 6 or 7 or 8, to hate all the people in your parents hate, you've got to be carefully taught. And that was on the Muscle Car Club and Bully Victim Positive News number 364. And that's one of my favorites. And what that was about, if you didn't see it, was a little boy with autism was bullied by another kid who told him he should just go home and kill himself. And his mother found him with a knife. And he said, oh, I'm going to kill myself. And she calmed him down, got the knife away from him. He loved cars. He has his own toy cars, and he loved muscle cars. So she puts out on social media, is there any way anyone in town that has, you know, like a club or something could come over with 4 or 5 cars for my son? They had to close the roads down. There were so many responses. Really heartwarming. Terry McIntyre says, powerful story. Thank you for sharing. Wiki up Rat. Awesome story. I love it. I reposted your video on my Facebook channel. Debbie Hersko says, love your feel-good stories, Rob, but this one was especially touching with a beautiful ending. Thank you. Nash says, what a touching story. The restaurant owner has a beautiful heart. All the wonderful people, such big hearts. God bless them all. Lisa Roth said, what a story. Cruelty by peers, whether physical or verbal, has such an impact. Bullying is rampant these days. I'm thankful things worked out for this child. And Ken Grice is very heartwarming. Now we have, let's see what this is. I'm not sure. This is probably one of the surgery videos, I think. Yeah, it is. 60 Cloud says, sending good vibes to your, that's my prompt, Cheryl. Sending good vibes to your surgery tomorrow for speedy recovery. Be so glad you did it. I'll be around for a few more days should you need anything. H. Mork, I'm looking forward to your post-procedure posts. It's very interesting to see how people recover from different surgeries. I hope you post a lot. I recovered from a very painful procedure in our Class A. That was rough, but everything was close by and at hand. Wishing you the best. So there's somebody else. And so glad you got your Medicare before the human wrecking balls in DC showed up. I'm in the process staging of signing up and I'm in the process stage of signing up, and I keep getting the runaround. It's a mess. I turn 65 next month. This guy says your TDS is showing the man has done nothing to hurt Social Security. She wasn't talking about Social Security and Medicaid, Medicare, but I hope you don't live long enough to cash your first check. So you're this guy, Eric. Let's so you can avoid this page. It's at Eric ERICKESSEN 5237. Is a pretty horrible human being, and he's going to be blocked from the channel. And 60 Cloud, Cheryl, I'm sorry that someone said something so awful to you. And I feel that, you know, there's no denying there's staffing cuts across the board, which is making it harder for us to get things done, to get signed up for Medicare. And I think that's what she's legitimately claiming is going on. Eudora London, I care. Your surgery journey is not boring to me. Don't let people get to you. Hoping the best outcome, quality of life, pain-free is the goal. I hope will for you. Mark Bird, Rob, what town is your surgery taking place? Yuma, Arizona. Didi Cornell has his daily good afternoon. And Donald Sewell says, who's babysitting Dottie for you? She really doesn't need babysitting because I was only going to be gone. I left at about 8 and I got back by 6. One of my friends took, she usually doesn't go out till 5 or 6, but somebody took her out anyway. She didn't need a babysitter. She stayed in the trailer here. James P. really shows our age when you bring up the Newhart show. My brother Daryl, my other brother Daryl, yeah. Haas 1003, hey Rob, good luck on your procedure. It'll be a piece of cake for you since you're a fit young whippersnapper. Good luck and God bless you. Ken Gray says, double benefit today. We got a comment video. And you have a few days off to have surgery without worry. Looking forward to your anniversary good news video. Ken says, for the driving pillow, do a search on lumbar support for driving. That is probably what you have. Yeah, I wasn't sure what it was called. And Ken also says to get more connections to your trail camera, you could get a live stream camera for a bit under $200. I'm pretty happy with what I have. Ken Gray says the land where Slab City, California is located is owned and managed by the state of California. As October 61, a quitclaim deed conveyed the land to the state of California, issued by the Department of Defense as it was determined the land was no longer needed. Ken Gray, what do I think? Great call. Naj says, hey, Rob, praying for God to guide the surgeon hands and for a successful surgery and quick recovery. Blessings. Big hug to Dottie and George. And Gio Grenier says, wishing you the best for your surgery. Doggone RV. Rob, with the age of most RVers in Quartzsite, your hit video should be hundreds of hits. My dad had both. Yeah, so far they've been pretty popular. My dad had both. Do I need to adjust this a little bit? Make it a little down further? Is that better? Rob, with the age of most RVers, your hip video should get hundreds. My dad had both his knees replaced, and after recovery, he was back to hiking and backpacking with us in the Cascades. Cheryl, who's taking care of me, has 2 artificial knees. V. Rumi, we are over at La Posa South. Come visit us. Kind of hard to do. Even if I do know where you are. Hard to do at the moment. Kosternock, very excited to anticipate you walking without pain. Being your age, much of the pleasure will be vicarious. For all I know, I may be a candidate for hip replacement down the line. Godspeed. Tommy, another great video. I hope everything with your surgery goes great. Good luck, my friend. On the muscle car thing, Ivan Reed says, VG heart. I guess that means very good. I'm going to guess. GT Melanie, best of luck in your surgery. You've got this. Leah Brown, good luck with your surgery, Rob. My husband and I met you at your camp a couple weeks ago. We're the Lance Overhead Camper, I remember. Maybe you remember us. Yeah. I wanted to wish you good luck with your surgery. We look forward to your recovery videos. Pamela Johnson says, hey, Rob, good luck with your surgery, and you'll be up and jogging soon, even if you never did before. It's like the old joke. Will I be able to play the violin after surgery? And the doctor says, of course, he said. And you go, that'll be a miracle because I've never played it before. And Margaret Wakely, that's my sister, Margaret Wakely voice. Looks like you have tons of support here for tomorrow's procedure. This was back, I guess, on Sunday, the day before surgery. Add me to the list of well-wishers, little brother. Tamara Lemon, here's to fantastic surgery results. Of course, we will follow your journey through this. Feel like a friend. Thank you, Tamara. William M. Chom, I wish you well with your hip surgery tomorrow. Thank you. Donna Aparo, good luck with your surgery tomorrow. Prayers to you. My nomadic dream. Wishing you the best, Rob. That's Herbie. Herbie moved out. He's gone from here a couple of weeks ago. On the muscle car thing, Susan Larson says, oh, I'm crying with you. Please let the bully find peace in his heart also. Hurt people. Buena suerte on your surgery. Maria Fuentes, Rob, all your videos are entertaining, pleasant, and are my cup of tea. We will continue praying for a quick recovery after your surgery. And Mari has another one. Rob, there's a wild cat that sleeps on my porch at night. The cat looks like your cat. Is it you, George? It could be George, right? Let's see. Kate Kramer. Hey, Kate. Good luck tomorrow, Rob. We'll be thinking about you. You will do great. Randy G says, Rob, sounds like a lot of good wishes and prayers are going out to you. Yeah, a ton. It was nice. You're blessed. Go get the new hip. Renee Slater, looking forward to your recovery videos. Maybe it was her name was the reason for the flag. That's one of those things where I've forgotten the part of the video that she's referring to. Rosanna Swan, we'll be praying. Surgery to go well. We'll be praying for all total recovery. We'll follow you all the way to New Mexico. God bless. And that's going to be in about 3 weeks. The 7th is my plan. If I'm not totally up to snuff, maybe a little later, but the 7th of April is the plan. Come to Walnut Creek Woodwork. Come to Quartzsite during winter, my brother said. Avoid the blowing cold snow. Stayed 2 weeks in cold blowing dust that clogged up the generator. Was bored as hell. Nothing of interest before, during, or after the big tent. Forced off the road by one of those $1 million RVs like they own the road. Was so glad the 2 weeks I paid for was over at La Posa South. The whole trip from day one was cursed. Never be back. For those of you saying sorry, you have a miserable time. Thank you. Hope your surgery goes or went well. And I responded and said, I'm sorry you had a bad experience. Not a very welcomed comment on my page. Very negative stuff is not something that I really enjoy reading, but I'll leave it out there. It was well intentioned, I think. But you're not going to get a like and a love from me on that comment. Stacy Jones says, prayers go to you for a speedy recovery. Thank you, Patty Caretta. Wishing you the best on Monday with your surgery, sending great talent energy to your surgeon and healing energy to you. Let's see. On my 365th positive news story, that was all on advances in medicine and the surgery and being able to get Medicare and all this stuff. Just a lot of gratitude. I talked a little bit about now I didn't get it, but there's a robotic surgery now for the replacement that's even better. Patty says, I'm glad you have wonderful people to support, help you with your healing and aid with care. Best of luck with your surgery from JB Madera. Virginia Hankey, can't wait for you to be on the other end of this particular adventure. Happy for you. Debbie Hersko, good luck, Mr. Rob. And Karen Nolan Schutt. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Wishing all the best and hope you are home by now and recovering nicely. So the comment, the uncensored Quartzsite viewers, 316, your recliner being 12 inches up. So that's Dame the First, I'm sorry. 12 inches up sounds perfect, and I've been thinking about you had a high bed, which is also perfect. Best wishes. Yeah, it's been very easy to get in and out of the recliner and in and out of my high bed over there. Harvey Brewer says, good luck. Tamara Clymer says, keeping you in our prayers this week. Naj says, hi, Rob. Happy positive new anniversary. That was my 365th positive news video. So I've done a positive news story every single day without missing a day for 365 days. Let's see. Happy positive news anniversary for a successful surgery. Quick recovery, blessings, big hug to Dottie and George. Thank you to all your friends who are helping you in the process. D.D. Cornell has his daily good morning, Mr. Rob, Dottie, and George. And he also added today, good luck with your surgery and recovery. Last day before surgery, laundry and shower. Nancy says, I'll be thinking and praying for you until we hear from you again. And I did, you may notice, I did right after surgery, I did a short and posted it. So I didn't want people to worry, that things went bad or something. So I got a short out there, and I even took a link to that short and sent it to my brothers and sisters. Kosternock says, I remember how I showed my Medicare card off to all and sundry when I got it last year. Needless to say, most of them were underwhelmed. All the best to you today. I would have been totally indifferent to somebody talking about being excited about getting their Medicare until I was in my 60s about to get my Medicare. Then my whole attitude was different. Brian Dady, best of luck and quick recovery to you. And Lisa R., good luck and God bless. Christy Lena says, have you on my mind, hoping all is well, looking forward to an update. Lisa R., I'm praying for you this morning. Anna Rodriguez, best of luck in your surgery, prayers of you. This was an interesting one from Old Man 52. If you think of doctors as merely mechanics, then you understand the range of practiced abilities in doctors you can come across, such as knowledgeable, arrogant, thoughtfulness, or money hungry. Do your research. Doctors can prey on your emotions like lawyers. Don't be naive. Not a terrible useful thing to say to a guy about to get surgery. I'm a little disappointed there. But what did I say? I did reply to it. I said, not a great comment on my surgery day. No, it was not. Not ill intent, so we're going to leave it. Praise for your surgery. May go the absolute best for James Donovan. Margaret Wakely. Amazing. I personally would love to see a loopy posting. Well, you did. You got one. Last day before surgery, laundry and shower. Anna Rodriguez said, make some water and soap and spray around the hoses on your propane and see if there's leaks. I have a propane sniffer. There are no leaks. None. And I got a new detector I installed the other day. Spikers. And she came by the other day. I met her in person. You got this. No pain, no gain. Before you know it, you'll be a very happy nomad. And CLLEW 5919. Wishing you the best outcome and recovery. You are the positive news story today. Hey, good. Yeah. Orient Express Van Life. Thinking of you and sending good thoughts on your way. Best wishes on your surgery. R. Young says, good luck on the surgery. As Betty Davis said, old age ain't no place for sissies. That's true. The Dusty Cat Travel says, yay, totally wishing you the very best outcome. Have a fantastic day. Wow, we're still on 2 days ago, guys. 2 days ago. Lisa Hall. You know, I got in trouble for saying that at work. I walked into a room. It was all women. I said, hey, you guys, how are you guys doing today? And I got in trouble for calling a group of women guys. I guess much younger than me. I guess they didn't understand that this was saying that when you address people using the guys, it wasn't like gender specific. But I guess it is now, so you got to watch what you say. Lisa, all good luck on your surgery. Hope everything goes well. Hope you have a speedy recovery. And 8880, you are prepared and will do swimmingly. I like this one. As an RN that has cared for many, many hip replacement patients, you will be surprised how well you do. And I am surprised how well I'm doing. You will do great with surgery. Sending you prayers. Sounds like you're a ladies' man with your girls helping out. I know you'll do well. Cheryl just sent me a text. She's all excited. She has 327 subscribers. So if you haven't gone out and subscribed to Cheryl, Pup Camper 58, all in one word, PUPCAMPER 58. That's her YouTube channel. Laura Matheson, wishing you a successful surgery and quick recovery. We really enjoy watching your videos. Well, thank you, Laura. Richard Ross, good luck. Diana Soap Maker. Diane, do you make soap? Sounds like you do. Best wishes on your surgery. Love your care team. I had surgery Friday. Grateful for awesome medical care. Oh, I hope you're doing as good as well or better than me. Just making observations. Says good luck, get well quickly. Ken Gray says happy anniversary of good news. That's for this 365. With your support group, you need no worries. Ken says good advice on the pump. Spares are always a good idea on bigger things. Judy Val, looking forward to seeing you back in camp tonight. This is all taking place while I was in Yuma getting the surgery. Desert Schooner said, Rob, never met you, but love your daily videos and hoping the very best for your surgery. Prayers. Wiki Rat says, I would say good luck on your surgery, but I know it'll be fine. We'll be looking forward to your next video after surgery. Take care, Gary. Randy G is like icons, I guess, emojis for prayers. Naj says, hey, Rob, hope for your prayers for your surgery. Love the desert views. Gina and Lola's Adventures, sending you lots of prayers for speedy, fast recovery. Good. God bless you. Brenda O'Rourke, all the best on your surgery and recovery, Rob. Thank you, Brenda. Bill Snyder, hey, Rob, best wishes. Get well soon. RV Life, thinking of you. Robin Goff says, thinking of you. I'm sending prayers to you and your entire medical team. I was amazed that when I got in the operating room, I'm like, how many are in here? It was like 10 people. It was a huge crowd of people. I said, and I think the last thing I said before I went under is, this is going to cost Medicare a lot of money. RV Life, congratulations on 365 positive news story. Donna, absolutely incredible what they can do medically these days. And Frigo Jim, congratulations on 365 positive news stories. Renee Slater, thank God for Medicare, speedy recovery. Barry Atkins says, try Flipboard on your phone for news. I use ground news. On Flipboard, I think, is similar, but it gives all the outlets, shows left, right, center, high credibility, medium credibility, low credibility, just so you can get everything that's being said, so you can make up your own mind. Pamela says, I'm so glad God doesn't run out of sun. He's got you covered for solar, riding into town just for the water yesterday. Just know you're going to have a good report after all is said and done. Pamela also, she says, thanks for the ammunition for prayer. Sleeping, no swelling. And I tell you, the swelling looks like, Cheryl came in and looked at it. It's gone down. It's gone down since yesterday. Couple Science, that's Kathleen, my buddy Kathleen. She's also a therapist. That's a big accomplishment to complete your 365th good news post. But the best news is that you're going to be stronger and hopefully no longer in discomfort, in pain once you're all done. RV Adventure, in 2020, right after her 81st birthday, my mom fell and broke her hip. It was at that point we also discovered she had the Sundowner's type of dementia. She had been living alone after my dad's death. She went into rehab after her hip replacement. Because of her dementia, she refused the physical therapy, and my brother took her out to move in with him and his wife. She would never consent to the therapy, and her condition got worse. Later, after my sister took a turn with her, she was eventually admitted to a nursing home. She never got out of the wheelchair or sitting in her walker. She passed away after getting code. The moral of the story is do the physical therapy. All right, I'm going to stop right there. And RV Adventures, I know you mean well, but you're talking about something from 5 years ago. This surgery specifically orders no physical therapy. So I'd be really careful on giving medical advice out like this, because that could be, if I got physical therapy, that could be disastrous. That my surgeon was so adamant about no physical therapy. So please be careful with what you put out. I really need to take that comment off because I don't want anyone misled by it. I know you meant well. I do. Cotty Wampel said, good luck. John Costello, Irish, you well. Greg Miller, good luck with your surgery. RV Life, the power of prayer, God bless. Virginia Hankey said, yay, yay, yay. Dennis B says, take it slow. Susan B, thanks for doing this update. I've been thinking about you all day. While I was sure you're going to be fine, I love having it confirmed. Sleep well, and hope extra love for Dottie, and have an extra love to Dottie and George and all your wonderful friends and family. This must be the response to my short posting after surgery. Thank you for posting great news from Randy. Vegas trip, thumbs up. Kate Kramer, you look great. Lisa Ross says, glad to hear it. See you soon, I hope. We got back around 6:30, I think. So we left at 8:30. We got back home here. It's an hour and a half drive each way. So 3 hours on the road, and then going to Walmart, waiting in the waiting room. We showed up early, so we had to wait a long time. Patty Coretta, so glad all went well. Best to rest. Glad your surgery went well. God bless. From David Chenoweth. Jen B. Hey, that's great. You look good. Now for rest, rest, rest. Sousa at large. Thanks for the update, Rob. Best wishes for a good recovery. Sousa, thanks, Sue. Stacy Jones, yay. Thank you for posting. And that was all on my proof of life short. Susan Larson says, on Hero stops armed robbery, number 360. Another great story. And Judy Fall says, happy for you. The Dusty Cat Travel says, take it easy. Queen Olga, heart and prayer. Cotty Wample, super glad to hear it. Lobster loves stories. Yay, get rest and sleep as soon as possible. This must be all on the short still. Computer Blue, thank you for sharing. Glad to hear it all went well. And Welcome To said, and still handsome. Well, thank you. Welcome To. That was a proof of life video. Uncensored Quartzsite viewers. Wow, I was happy to see your face after surgery at 7:45 Pacific time here on the West Coast. Thank you so much for praying for your recovery and good sleep and no swelling. Robin Goff says, glad to hear from you, Rob. Praying now for a quick recovery. Robin also says, the body heals when you sleep, or at least that's what I was always told. Sleep when you feel the need. Last day before surgery, laundry and shower number 2, and tank dumps. Terry says, I wish you the best of luck with your surgery. I hope you make a fast, uneventful recovery. I'm looking forward to seeing your big smile on the camera once this is behind you. Take care. Plenty of rest. Diana Soapmaker. Hey, we can't wait to hear how you're doing. Hoping you're sleeping comfortably tonight. And Christina Lino, wow, this is after surgery. Sweetie, you look great. That was proof of life. Lisa Ross said, get some sleep, my friends. See you tomorrow. Joseph says, best wishes. Be careful and get well soon. Texas Lady says, best wishes on the surgery and a fast recovery. Prayers. You are going to come out fine. Glad you have friends. Scenes from Oregon. Scenes from Oregon. I'm thinking of you this evening, hoping it goes smoothly as your news report here suggests. Thank you for your efforts in the good news category. Your contributions are so important to my day. See you real soon, I hope. Nancy Lowe, thank you for letting us know how you're doing. You seem to be good for just having had surgery. You have the slight change in your voice that happens after anesthesia. Don't do too much, sending comfort vibes. I'm glad you're doing good after your surgery. The nausea is caused by the anesthesia. Praying for a quick recovery with minimal pain. Yeah, that was really wild. Right after I did that video, I stopped the video and I'm like, I feel like I'm going to throw up. And I said something to the nurse and I asked for some Zofran. So they gave me some Zofran. And then it was time to get in the truck and Barb driving me home. And it just got worse and worse and worse. And luckily, Barb had said, bring a barf bag, bring something to vomit in. Trust me. She's had a lot of surgeries. And I vomited up water because that's all it was in. It was clear water I was vomiting up. And the first time really didn't do the trick. The second one where I vomited up a bunch of water, the nausea went away and never came back. Naj says, good you have the compression boots to prevent blood clots. A big hug to Dottie and George. Yeah, you might be able to hear in the background Hear that? Those are the compression things squeezing my legs. Pamela Johnson said, hugs and love sent. Rob, glad everything went well. You'll be up and dancing in no time. Jackson says, I wonder if you need a commercial license to tow with the semi. I don't think so. I don't think so. But there are 50 states, right? 50 sets of traffic laws. I don't know what that answer is for every state. I think as long as you're not towing with a semi for a commercial purpose, I think you're probably good. But Ken? Alvin Mousseau has prayers for me. Lori Roar. Hey, Lori. Glad to hear all went well. Rest up. I miss Lori. I haven't seen her since last year in Pahrump. Perfect RV for a single guy. That's an old short. Love it. It's just the right thing, right for one person, a dog and a cat. Thank you for sharing. That was Pamela Johnson. Desert Deb. Hey, Deb. I'm glad to see you're doing well. Hope your recovery goes smoothly. That was on Proof of Life. Pamela Johnson says, has a heart. She's watching a lot of my shorts, I think. She's watching Dottie's Homemade Dog Food. That was a while ago. Rita M. said, so glad to hear you made it through surgery and are home. You don't sound loaded at all. Take it easy and keep reporting from the easy chair. I didn't feel high or anything after surgery. I was just a little dazed. You know, and here's the thing. If you go to sleep and you wake up, you have a sense of how long you've been out, right? You can tell when you wake up too soon during the night that I haven't slept long. Or if you slept the whole night, they go, oh gosh, I slept the whole night. When you have anesthesia, there's no sense of time passing when you wake up. It's like I was talking to the team in the operating room, and the next moment I was in the recovery room. That's what it felt like. Tamara Lemon said, a year of positive news and getting the surgery done. Good job. Love your attitude. Heal well, Rob. And on Proof of Life, Andorra, London has heart for that. Hip replacement recovery gear. FSD at the lake says, hope you get some rest. Proof of Life, rest up. Thanks for the update from Diana Soapmaker again. Dusty Cat Travels is back. You sound great. Strong and alert. Good deal. Hope it's a speedy recovery. H. Bork, you sound good. High Tech Gadgetry. Is George afraid of the noise? No. No, not even a little bit. Yasmin Day, best wishes from UK. Dame the First, how was your first walk? Sleep well, glad you made it to surgery. First walking around, not fun. Walking around is not fun. It's okay. I mean, the highest I get is maybe a 4 or 5 out of 10 in pain, but it's not fun walking. Good luck with your surgery from Original. Hope for a speedy recovery for you. Keith Brookshire says, great news on Proof of Life. Virginia Hankey says, looking forward to a full recovery. Robert Nasser says, get better. And hip replacement recovery gear. Dennis B says, what has your pain level been so far? Okay, good question. 0 when I'm laying down with my leg is elevated. Like right now, I have no pain. 0. Not a thing. When I try to move the leg or walk on it, probably a 5. Windy Gypsy, amazing. They can cut your leg off, put a fake joint, send you your way, isn't it? Congrats when you got it done. Time to whip out that old bot shape, right? So Wind Gypsy, that's something that I thought about. It's like, it is pretty much very close to an amputation. You know, they're cutting your bone completely, your leg bone off, then reattaching something artificial. So it's just like, it's very close to an amputation. It's a remarkable thing. How often do you have to disconnect and go for a walk? The surgeon said I didn't have to worry about moving around for the first 2 or 3 days. I have electric compression pads to keep blood circulating, and I do try to get up every couple of hours and move around the inside of the trailer. And I do more of that every day. This morning, today's Wednesday, the surgery was on Monday. And this morning when I got up, vacuumed, went to the bathroom, cooked breakfast, cleaned up a little bit, got my medications. That was a lot of walking around. And that's the most I've done so far. So I'm doing more every day. Debbie Hersko, you look good, Rob. Thank you for the good news update. Thank you, Debbie. FJ Garcia, it's called Cool or Cold Rush Machine. And I haven't been using that the last day. I've been using the gel packs out of the freezer. I haven't been using the machine much. W.A. McLiver says, thank you again for the continuing indication of hip replacements. It's been fascinating. And Wiki Uprat, hope the pain level is lower. I hope they give you plenty of serious meds. I do have oxycodone. No, not oxycodone. What do I have? Hang on. Oxy something, the really strong stuff. But guys, I can't remember. I'm pulling it up on the pharmacy app. Oxycodone, I think. Oxycodone, 5 milligrams. So that's serious stuff. And that's for emergencies, and I haven't touched it. And I hope to not touch it at all. So they did give me serious meds. The meloxicam, I think it's called. Let me make sure. Even with my medical background, I tend to get medication names wrong. It's meloxicam. And Tylenol. So I think I screwed up here. I have to find out where I left off. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry about this. So if you take a little break and repour your coffee or something. Because for some reason I went off. Okay, here we go. So that was on the strong. So Kim Rubel says, be strong, you can do this. Rich L says, great to have, I have got to get one. A hip replacement, I guess he means. And I hope you do. I hope you do if you need it. Kosternock says, saw your post, opt short. Know you made it. May your convalescence be just a matter of hours. Desert Schooner, hey Barb, you're a trooper. Rob, hats off to you for making this video. I never would have done this if this was me. Thanks for sharing. Wishing the best pain-free experience from here on. Annie says, waiting for your post-op. Well, you got it, didn't you? If you're watching. Mr. Safety Forever, hope you recover quickly. Bless Barb for her kindness and her assistance during the process. Nancy Maderos, good idea to sleep in the chair. Ends up that first night I didn't get through sleeping in the chair. I moved to the bed. I'm doing better in the bed sleeping. But the recliner's comfortable. CD Casita Adventures. We all know who this is. This is Charlie and Diane, my good friends. Glad to see your surgery went well. Continue prayers for speedy recovery. Thanks for your Nomad sisters for their help and support. And they know all my Nomad sisters. Crafty Traveler says, congrats on your hip surgery. You'll be fine. And Loretta says, Loretta Terpstra, thanks, prayers for a quick recovery. John Barber says, looking good, Robert. Ken Gray says, glad you made it out alive. Now to relax and enjoy. Rob C says, the magic of modern medicine continues to suggest success in your recovery. Coaster Notch says, you're a total trooper for recording this while reclining. As for Mike Rowan is urging young people to enter the trades, we should probably have apprentice programs like Germany's. All right, time for me to get offline. And Cotty Wampel said there actually are apprenticeship programs. Electrician is one, various construction jobs, etc. Believe it or not, even after trade school, you're still working to get your qualification cards for like welding and whatnot. Those are certifications future employers look for, but they will also allow you to work towards your goal while employed with them. And Ken Gray says, glad to see you're down and relaxing. The pain should be a lot less than what you had before surgery, maybe like when you hit your leg on a table while walking. Ken Gray said, good video. You look comfy in your recliner. And what I think we need is a more positive look at the trades during high school. So many posters and events centered around college, so few for trade schools. And Christy says, agree with that, Ken. And this is all on Mike Rowe's 63rd birthday. He's an activist for people getting knowledgeable and young people getting into trades. And I think that's a great idea. I had no idea how various trades working with my hands could be lucrative. For all I know, I might have made a different decision young in life. Because the message I got was, well, you don't want to work the trades because there's no money in it and you'll be poor. And that's just bull crap. Ken Gray said, glad it went well for you. Brian said, speedy recovery on the Mike Rowe video. Renee Slater said, yay, smooth sailing for here out. Thanks, Barb and Pup Camper 58 for taking care of him. Wordless, what up, Rob? POL, good to know. Much love and some collective vibes for a quick healing. Mario Fuentes, great news. We will continue praying for you for quick recovery so you and loving campaigns can get, loving campaigns, you mean companions maybe, can go back to a normal nomadic lifestyle that you love so much. Thank you. Let's see. FSD at the lake. Great news that the surgery went well. You were able to get around on day one. Hoping you get some rest and have a smooth recovery. Great news, Rob. God bless Mark in Kansas. Diana Soapmaker. Good job. Go easy. If you're not using a cane or a walker and camper, have something to grab onto. It's so small, there's always something I can grab onto. Donald Sewell said, I like the hat. That's the surgery hat that they made me put on, the hair hat. And they said, here's your hair hat. And the guy chuckled when he handed it to me. Lisa Ross says, sounds good. Beat Bearca, speedy recovery. Cindy Wall, the compression socks are what I remember were good when I had knee surgery. Yeah, I've got those on too. John C., wishing you a speedy recovery. You're fortunate to have such wonderful friends. Nomadic Camp, 2 years into mine, I forgot it's fake. I had to shower 7 days with that special soap. Get well soon. I had front injury surgery, so did I. Some cut you in 2 places. Mine was in 1 place. Pain is worst at days 4 to 7 and got very constipated. RV Life said, great news about the surgery. And Jen says, that hat's really purty. RV Life says, you look very relaxed. Good to know the surgery went well. Joseph says, spoiler alert, we're not going to stop worrying about you. Be careful. Pup Camper 58, Cheryl, you're such a trooper, my friend. I'm praying for no pain and a speedy recovery. Randy says, very happy to see your great progress. Robin Goff says, hey, Rob, happy that surgery is now behind you. Now for the healing. Prayer sent your way. Good afternoon, Mr. Rob. We're pulling for you. That's Dee Dee Cornell. And Tommy says, yay, buddy. So glad everything went great. I had one of those ice water pumps when I had compartment syndrome. I wish I'd known about the ice water bottle trick. So glad you have such good friends to take care of you. Wish we were closer. I'd help you out. Mike Rowe's 63rd birthday. Got a heart from Christina Lena. Virginia Hankey, awesome news. Good to see you in less pain. Randy says, shout out and thank you to Barb for taking such good care of Rob. Dorothy Ramser says, best of luck with quick recovery. Susan Jack says, wishing you a speedy recovery. I know it's got to be boring to hear all these when it's not you. I don't tire of it, but they're talking about me, so it's, hope that's not too boring. 60 Cloud, my Cheryl, prompt Cheryl. So happy to hear your surgery was successful. Here's to a speedy and painless recovery. Let me know if you need anything. I'm here for another day or so. Paul Owen says, amazing, Rob. You're the man. Sounds like your very positive attitude and pre-op preparations paid off. Praying for your complete recovery. Looking forward to hearing about your future 100-yard dash trial. Shawnee Lee Lang says, you're hardcore, Rob. Fill me in on op day. I can't wait to see you dancing the jig soon. Pamela Knoll says, Rob, this looks like a miracle. 8:45 p.m. in your home and all set up in your recliner and no pain. Walking up the stairs to get into your trailer. Hallelujah. Kathy Stevens says, so glad things went well. Hopefully your pain will be manageable in the next few days also. Remember, don't overdo it. Be safe. Barb. It's the famous Barb. You did great. Each day gets better. That's Barb Connor. Love K to us. Rob, you're doing great. Take care of yourself. Thanks, Barb. And I'm sure Dottie is helping too. Hugs. Jola Jeunesse. Get well soon. Take care of yourself. Chuck Brewington, praying for all quick recovery. Go easy for a while. Dottie should be a good napping friend. John Montalbano. Living large. Looks like a medical scene from Bionic Man TV show. Dee Dee Cornell, get well soon, he says. Mary Ann Reed, you're blessed with your support system. Yes, I am. Jim, my buddy Jim Bertrand from Canada. So happy for you, Rob. Topaz Farmer, woohoo, finally you'll be running around in no time. Awesome, glad you're doing good. Sharon Williams, have a speedy recovery. Frugal RV Gal, glad to hear the surgery went well, praying for continued healing. Thanks, Frugal. Jana. Robert Nesser says, can't wait for tomorrow's video. Get well, Rob. Blue Sky Van, wishing you a speedy recovery, Rob. I left the desert now, but I love staying in touch through your videos. See you and Dottie next season. Longest marriage ever. Oh, how sweet, Christina Lena says. I think they had the Guinness Book of World Record, longest marriage, I think 84 years. They're both over 100, still going strong. Nathan Smith, when I had my right hip replaced after fully awake, I could tell the pain in the area to me was less than prior, only it took a few pain pills. So glad I had it done. The next couple of months I used a recumbent bike, helped me a lot. Nancy Lowe, my grandparents were married for 73 years at the time of my grandfather's passing. He passed 6 months before his 100th birthday. They lived at the same house for 55 years until retiring in Sun City. Self-made millionaire with an 8th grade education, created the first car defroster and had the first car dealership in Kansas. Much, much more. Grandmother passed away 6 months after her 100th birthday. I think their story is amazing, and I still miss them. I bet you do, Nancy. Sounds amazing grandparents. Kathy Stevens, wow, so marriages can last. Yes, they can. Nancy Lowe, you look good. I can't sleep on my back until I'm so exhausted I just fall asleep anyway. Keep on. Lisa Roth, looking good, Rob. And then CD Casita, Charlie and Diane again, glad you're doing well. You'll be hopscotching in no time. And that is the last one. That was an hour ago. And we kept it under an hour. That's good. Glad you hung in there with me today. And I will see you on the next one. Grateful for you watching.